And we're in a brand new Scania truck. Look at that, isn't that lovely? And it's equipped with a CB. This truck's got a different headlining in it, but Uniden CB. Now my job today has little or nothing to do with the Uniden CB. My job's to put a communication radio in this truck. But while we're here, let's have a look on the roof to see whether or not there's a CB aerial fitted. I recognise that little short ass aerial from the last truck I was working on. But over here, that aerial there, that is a GME CB aerial. Isn't that fantastic? If you don't have a nice big tall 26 meg pre-tuned aerial like this on your Scania truck, it's about 600 millimeters long, it's black, you can actually you may or may not be able to see the winding curl in underneath the black plastic wrap that goes over the top of everything. If you've got a CB in your Scania truck, if you don't have an aerial like that on board, chances are you don't have a CB aerial. So I guess whoever's doing these installs for Scania, they do have the capability of learning. Just for reference, if you're ever working on trucks, this is the passenger side of the truck, and anything that sticks up any sort of reasonable distance above the passenger side of the cab in a rural area, we're talking about aerials now, expect it to get cleaned up eventually. Cleaned up by overhanging branches and other things that are much more likely to clean up anything that's up above the cab on this passenger side. The driver's side, much less likely to have damage done to any sort of aerial plant. So the driver's side, particularly with tall aerials, is always my preference. So my installation, I'm going to look very closely at this side for my aerial install. And with respect to Scania, I guess that's a bit of a general hint. Aerials on this side of the truck, much more likely to have them creamed, cleaned up, bent, broken, damaged, whatever. I'll be looking over here in preference for the aerial that I'll be fitting to this truck. Okay, so this is the same aerial from a slightly different angle because you couldn't see it very clearly from the... I had my ladder at the other location. And by all accounts, there's probably an adapter in underneath there between the Scania mount and this aerial. And there's a close-up of that aerial. Just for reference. And you can compare it to the other aerial for length.